Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast, episode 244.
Yeah.
I'm Joe.
I'm Lauren.
Lauren, how the heck are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm also doing okay.
Doing okay. I hear that. We're both just okay today.
Yeah. So, really quick, right off the bat, what's your favorite candy, snack, anything to get at the movie?
To get at the movies?
Yeah, like what's your go-to movie snack? Not counting popcorn, because obviously that's expected.
Well, I normally get like a popcorn icy. That's like my go-to.
You get icy?
I do. I always get. I love a good Coke icy. Cherry Coke if I'm feeling a little fancy.
Yeah. If you're feeling nasty.
Yeah, maybe even put in a little pina colada there, a splash of the pina colada on the top. But candy-wise, I feel like movie theater candy tastes bad.
All?
Yeah. Like, it always tastes stale to me. Like, the kind you see in the little box. Like, in the little glass box. Like the M&Ms. I normally would get the M&Ms. Because I'm
Peanut or regular?
Regular.
Okay.
I don't like many candies. I can name all the candies I like on one hand. I think.
I would need probably my hands and yours to name all the candies that I like.
Really?
I love candy.
I like 2 flavors of Dum Dums. I like
Blue
Sweet
raspberry.
Tarts.
And cherry.
No.
Damn.
Cherry and actually
I was right on one.
Yeah. What's it called? It's not. I don't think it's pina colada, but it's like that. It's
I
the
think they have
white
pina
one.
colada
I
flavor.
think it's that one. I don't
Yeah.
even know. The Dum Dums, Sweet Tarts / Smarties, if you want to combine them.
Very different candies, but like you're talking like just like the chalk candies you like.
Chalk.
Yeah.
No, I'll put them in 2 different categories because they are really one's tart, one's sweeter. Sweet Tarts, sweet. Smarties, the milk chocolate Hershey's, so like in any form,
A regular chocolate
just
bar?
a regular chocolate bar, but only Hershey's, only milk chocolate.
Yeah.
And then M&M's milk chocolate, and that's the only type of candies or chocolates I will eat.
I love
so,
Sweet
candy and
Tarts. Sweet Tarts are like
I've got
some Sweet Tarts.
You know the sticks
in the kitchen right now.
Really?
Yeah. Like you're talking like the
like the rod.
Yeah.
I got one the other day.
The rod of Sweet Tarts.
The rod of sweet. How else would you call it? What is it?
A cylinder.
A stick.
A stick of Sweet Tarts. They're like bigger in that little, like you're talking like the foil wrapper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like?
That's what I have in my kitchen right now.
Shit.
Yeah.
I literally just bought a rod of Sweet
rod.
Tarts.
I just bought a rod.
I just bought a rod. I've been munching on those this week.
Munching on the. Never mind.
Yeah, slow your roll there. Don't watch what you say there. Do you like all versions of Sweet Tarts or just the chalk?
Just the chalk.
Yeah, I don't like the
Don't
ropes.
get the chews out of here. Get the
are
ropes
gross.
out. Because none of them taste like Sweet Tarts.
Correct.
I like the box and the rod.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't know that there's any other kind of Sweet Tart that I will eat.
You know what? You know which one's best?
The little the wrapped ones that look like Smarties.
Yeah, because those
are the
taste
best.
different too.
They are the
those
best.
Those are really good. I was gonna say the Easter chicks and ducks.
Oh yeah, I will
Sweet
eat those.
Tarts too.
Yeah.
Those are banging.
when you get one of those ones and they're like, so like sometimes you like bite into a Sweet Tart, it's like really really hard. Mm-hmm. When you get those ones, sometimes they're like super powdery, really easy.
You bite it and it explodes in your mouth. Yes,
best.
yes, it's like a smoke bomb in your mouth,
I
and
know.
you're like,
Yeah.
Do you ever smoke Smarties?
100%.
I was about to say that's what I just thought of, was like the smoke that.
You'd sit there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, pounding it up.
Doing that and just.
Oh my god, you were so cool.
Yeah. My one friend in high school got me. It was for like my 16th. No, it couldn't have been. Had to be probably like 17th or 18th birthday. Got me a whole box, like a decent sized box of Smarties.
Dang.
Because I like every time there would be a party, we'd have like a bowl of Smarties, and I would just like sit there and
smoke a whole pack.
So he bought me a whole box for my birthday.
You know, Five Below. You know how they sell the giant like rolls of candy, a giant rod, if you will, and it's like
jumbo rod. Yeah.
It's it's like a poster tube, and it's full with the candies. I got one of those of Sweet Tarts for a birthday. And I was just like, this is the best present anyone could get. I went into like a coma from how much.
My teeth hurt just thinking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I had so much, like my lungs turned to powder.
Yep.
It was bad.
It's the best.
It was great. 10 out of 10 moment. What's your
my favorite
movie?
See, again, I like so much candy. So like at the movie theater, I'll typically buy something like gummy. So like Sour Patch Kids or gummy bears. I'll get something like that. because they're just easy to just plow through. Don't make a lot of noise. There's no
Sure.
crunch factor.
Yeah. Oh, I get so conscious about the crunch factor.
I opened I had those Twizzlers over there. We bought those before the movie the other day.
Oh,
Rather than I went to Walgreens, bought candy for like $1
yeah.
instead of spending $17 at the movie theater.
Mhm.
And I had to open those during the previews because I knew that it was going to be the loudest thing in that movie theater.
Correct.
While the movie was going. And so
My
I opened them in advance, and thank God I did.
Favorite is when you can play the violin with your soda. When you're putting the straw in
Oh.
out, it's like, and I'll finish my icy, and it's like the end of the movie when it's important and it's intense, and I'm trying to like get like to the bottom, and it's like, and I'm like, no, and I hate that. So I totally, yeah, I don't. That's another reason why I don't like getting candy, because you have to open it, and if you forget to open it, you're like, oh, shit, like what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, but the slower you go, the louder it is. Like, rather you're trying to open up something.
You just go
the other day,
Band-Aid it.
yeah,
I wait
and I was
for-
like, just give it to me. And I was like,
I wait for like a loud scene, like a loud
That's
action
usually,
moment,
yeah.
and then I'll like rip
Yeah.
the Band-Aid off, because
Yep.
I'm just like, it's got to be timed, and then I miss it or something doesn't happen. It's anticlimactic. I'm like, oh, I ruined it.
yeah.
But it's fine.
No, but I love all kinds of candy.
Do you prefer sour?
I love sour candy. It's probably my favorite
Warheads?
candy. I used to like Warheads, but like Warheads don't have a good flavor. They're good if you just want something really, really sour. Like if you like torturing yourself, which I do. But
Sure. I don't, but to each their own. I
yeah,
guess.
no, if you want something really, really sour, pop in a Warhead. But then like once that sourness goes away, the flavor of a Warhead is basically like licking a foot. It's
Oh
not
my
good.
god.
And like not a clean foot.
No.
It's really, really bad.
So why would anyone?
I don't know.
So what's your
I do
okay?
have a good story though about Warheads.
Oh dear God.
When I was, in the 7th, 8th grade, I was at a birthday party, and there was a whole like bowl of candy and or bowls of candy, and one of them was Warheads, and I think somebody asked me, or I just wanted to be a stupid fucking kid.
Sure.
Let's just say somebody asked me, so I sound less stupid. Somebody asked me how many Warheads they think I can fit in my mouth at once, and so I put, I think 10 or 11 Warheads
Your
in my
tongue
mouth
just go numb?
at once, and it was so fucking sour.
Oh.
So I like unwrapped them all and then just popped them in, and my whole mouth went numb. It wasn't just the tongue; it
Yeah.
was the whole mouth. So I eventually I got through it. I spit them all out because again, the flavor's terrible.
Right.
Spit them all out. 5 to 10 minutes later, there was one still sitting back here that I didn't feel because my whole mouth
Your whole
was
mouth.
so swollen
Oh
or so
my
numb.
god! And that's when it like your like skin
Your
gets
cheeks,
raw.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Were you a bowl stealer as a trick or treater?
No.
I
Fuck
hate
those
that.
kids.
I hate
That happened to me
that.
at this house.
Really?
When I first, so I moved in here in like October 1st, I think. And
The
so like that
bowl.
Halloween, I put the bowl out because my girlfriend at the time and I were taking the dogs to our old neighborhood to go because they had like dog friendly trick or treating. So like
Gotcha.
they had a bunch of like dog treats and they
Oh,
had
that's cute.
adult trick or treating too. So they had like shots and
Yeah.
shit for everybody. So like we went to our old neighborhood, which was 10 minutes away, and did the trick or treating there. So I was like, well, let me just leave the bowl of candy out.
Yeah.
And I always buy enough candy to where even if all of the candy goes, I could either refill the bowl or just have candy for myself.
Sure.
Which is really what it's
Sure.
for.
No, I feel that.
It's all for me.
You said it- yeah.
But we came back maybe an hour later, and the bowl had been, the table I think was like tipped over. Candy was all in the bushes. Like some kids just like came up, like took a bunch, and then just like threw
What?
the whole thing. It was,
Did they leave the bowl?
yeah.
Man, that's crazy. I remember watching kids take the bowl one year, and I thought that was the craziest thing. I normally see kids just,
Yeah.
pulling in.
Handfuls, yeah.
But one time, one kid just took the whole bowl, and we're like, what? What is the point? Why
Yeah.
do you want the bowl? Just dump. If you're gonna be a punk,
Yeah, just dump
just
it.
dump it
Leave
and
the bowl.
go. You don't need. You're 10 years old. You
Yeah.
don't need a fucking bowl.
Like, what's your mother gonna say when you get back with a bowl?
With a bowl.
Yeah.
For real. What's the worst thing you've ever been given as a trick or treater?
The worst thing.
Yeah. No hate to people who don't want to hand out candy.
Yeah.
However,
I
I've
mean-
been given
I
a
mean,
banana.
If I'm being honest, like, so I've been given an apple, but that's far from the worst thing.
Apple
because I
matches
I love apples.
Apples are sweet. They also match. They can be like
Yeah.
a candy apple, or even just like they're to theme. Like
Yeah.
they can be poison, quote
Yeah.
unquote. So that I'm fine with apples. I got handed a banana
Yeah, that is a little weird.
that proceeded to get smushed in my candy bag because
Yeah.
I was piling other stuff
Yeah,
on.
because you got
At
shit
the
ton of
time-
candy.
Yeah, at the time I was like, whatever, like it's a banana. I do like this is fine.
Yeah.
I'll eat it. I threw it in. I didn't think about it. I was a kid. Piled on more candy, and then it was just a mush
Banana
mess.
squish, yeah.
Yeah,
I
disappointing.
think the worst thing, and this is gonna sound dumb. Well, I guess there's two bad things. When I was like actually trick or treating as a child, it would probably be like Whoppers.
Oh, a
Just-
specific candy.
Yeah, specific candy. That's just the worst thing for me.
Yeah.
As like more of an adult, being down here, going to like the Disney Halloween
Yeah.
things. The applesauce, the Go-Go Squeeze applesauce.
Oh, they hand that out?
Yeah.
That's so lame.
Disgusting.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean they do that because that's like their allergy-friendly shit. So they just give the kids fucking applesauce, and kids love Go-Go Squeeze.
Yeah, that's true. They
I
do
think
go
it's the
crazy for that.
worst thing in the world. I think it tastes like.
Interesting.
There's one applesauce that I will eat, and it is Mott's applesauce with cinnamon, and that's it.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
all other
Everyone
applesauce
loves
because it
that
is
one.
dog shit.
Everyone does love that one.
Everybody
That's
loves
so funny.
Mott's.
Man, my only problem, like when you said Whopper, it just reminded me of like I don't really care about the candy I get because I don't like 90% of candies.
See,
So if I get an Almond Joy, I'm also bummed. If I get peanut M&Ms, I'm
I changed
also
my answer.
bummed.
Almond Joy is the worst
Almond
candy I've
Joy's
ever
pretty
gotten.
bad. So at the end of each night, we go like gather and dump all of our candy, and I just had to sort it all out to my friends and give away
90%
a
of your
big
candy.
chunk. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I would just go, and they would give me most of the candies I liked because they were like, we don't need a Hershey Kiss, like
Yeah.
that's fine. So it was still like,
Oh, I
wasn't
love a good
even,
Hershey Kiss.
But oh man, Hershey Kisses are so good.
So
I have a
good.
bag from Valentine's Day, so did those go bad?
No.
Okay, I should check that.
Even if they go bad, it's chocolate. How bad can it go? Unless you see something growing on it, it's probably safe to eat. I'll eat candy for. I had the
Candy's
first.
the one thing I get very paranoid about.
Oh no! The first Halloween party that I went to down here, I got probably about 6 pounds of candy.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot. I filled three
Pillowcases?
like bags and the whole backpack.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot of candy. It was like at the Disney Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had candy forever.
Weeks.
Months. I was eating that candy probably the better part of a year
That's
later.
where these Twizzlers are from.
Yeah, they're about 6 years old.
Oh my god. Are you a big Halloween person?
Yeah,
How early do you start celebrating Halloween?
not
are
as
you a
early as you do, probably.
Correct.
Yeah.
Are you a July 5th?
No,
Or are you
July 5th.
Yeah,
It's
the
very specific.
the day after 4th of July.
Oh,
The next holiday that's
No,
like a
there's-
significant one.
Okay.
A significant one.
Labor Day.
Let me get out the popper. No.
Labor Day is like the little brother to 4th of July.
Do you actively celebrate Labor Day?
No.
Exactly. So after the 4th of July, you move right into Halloween.
And then you go right into Christmas, don't you?
I don't. I'm a big
I love
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
advocate. Listen. I love Christmas, but because
Yeah. Possibly one of my favorite holidays.
yeah, it's a good one. It's up there. Definitely a.
Definitely top 3.
I would give it maybe like a second or third round pick for sure.
Yeah,
in the draft.
easily. Yeah.
However,
We'll do a draft.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do a Christmas or holiday draft. However,
Mm-hmm.
because I like Halloween so much, it makes me hate Christmas more. Not because Christmas is bad, but because people shove Christmas down your throat too early.
Yeah.
And that's why I almost like celebrating Halloween stupid early as a joke to the people who put on Christmas music on November 1st.
Yeah.
I'm like, give Thanksgiving a chance.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody's like, no, it's Christmas, and then Thanksgiving gets 2 days, and then
no.
and then it's back to Christmas.
You
I'm like,
can-
no, Thanksgiving gets at least a week.
No.
First of all.
Thanksgiving gets a week. There's a reason why you get a week off.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving gets a week. You also like prep the whole time. You have your family moment, and then that Friday, Saturday after Thanksgiving, besides football, is time for you to start decorating for Christmas. Put
Yeah.
up your tree that weekend while your family's still in town. Make it a special moment. But there's so much.
Oh yeah.
There's so much good in Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
But
no, we've talked about
Halloween-
this multiple times on the podcast, and as that time of year comes around again, we will talk
We'll
about
talk about
it
it again. Correct. Yeah, I already have Halloween decor up. I have a thing on my front door. I have but it's a black cat, so it's kind of like to theme for me. And then I've got some pillows out, but I don't have all my decor up. I'm not putting up all my decor probably until Horror Night starts.
Which I think is fair.
That's like my like actual serious like it's Halloween. And plus the stuff I have out right now is like a pink blanket that matches my house that has white ghosts on it.
Yeah.
So that matches my couch. It like blends in. It doesn't look like Halloween.
Yeah. No, I probably won't decorate until, and I don't have a lot of Halloween decorations. I have a closet full of Christmas decorations. Like one closet in my garage is just dedicated to Christmas decorations.
Dang.
I love Christmas decorations.
You did the lights last year, right? Yeah.
I get up on the roof,
cool.
lights all the way around
That's
it.
intense.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's some
And I'm
National
terrified
Lampoons.
of heights.
Oh shit. That's crazy. That's bold.
Halloween, I don't have a lot of decorations, but I will put what I have up usually October 1st.
Okay, I respect that.
Because I'm just like,
October feels like Halloween.
It does,
September still just doesn't feel like it. September feels like football and school and fall.
especially down here, September still feels like summer.
Hot,
At least
yeah.
like further north, like you're into fall in September.
Correct.
And so I would understand up north. I mean, especially like pick a random state, Massachusetts, right? Like where it just feels.
Definitely not a random state for Halloween. That's a very
Yeah.
But I agree. Like
It just feels very Halloweeny and fall in September. So
Yeah.
like decorating then doesn't bother me.
yeah.
Just like
It
decorating.
does throw me off here.
Decorating in November, as long as it's after Thanksgiving for Christmas, doesn't bother me. But like if people people before Halloween starts are celebrating Christmas because they've been celebrating Halloween for so long,
Right.
that by the time October 31st rolls around, they're in Christmas mode
But
already.
it's not. It doesn't feel like you're saying. It doesn't feel like Christmas remotely at all.
Yeah.
I think that's bizarre. I don't know. I used to be, because my birthday is the beginning of October.
Yeah.
So it used to be very like after my birthday. That's when I start celebrating Halloween. But now I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's time.
Now you just have a Halloween birthday.
'Tis the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I love costume parties, so I don't mind. I'll probably throw one.
Love a good costume party.
But the usual.
But anyways, let's jump into what we actually wanted to talk about.
I know, we just tangent. Speaking of costumes.
Yeah. Do we want to do? Where do you want to start? Let's just start with the Olympics. We're wearing.
We are wearing
our
the
Olympics.
Olympics.
This is my my beer Olympics.
You cannot read that at all.
USL.
There we go.
It's backwards though, isn't it?
It is backwards,
People can
but
understand.
it's 5 letters. I think people got it.
Yeah. So my ex-girlfriend, for her 25th birthday party, we threw a beer Olympics themed
Love that.
birthday party for her, and it was freaking awesome.
Did you win? What team were you for?
USL.
Good.
We did not win. No, the Beer Betos came in first. I think we took bronze,
Okay. I
which
respect
still
it.
means we got a trophy.
Did you do a case race?
No,
Rookie.
I wanted to, but
Those are brutal.
there weren't enough. I don't think there was enough people that drank heavily on any of the teams.
I got you. Yeah, that one's the worst one.
Yeah, no, but we did a lot of cool events. We had beer pong. We had slip and slide flip cup. We had or slip and flip, as most people call it, I suppose. We had a relay race. What else did we do?
You played baseball?
No, we had slap cup or stack cup.
Stack cup?
Slap cup and stack cup are the same game. Just you do different things.
Right, different actions.
Yeah, but I think we did stack up. Either way, great game. Again, USAL took bronze. It was a fun time. So I have an Olympic shirt. I'm just going to tell people I went to the Olympics. But the opening ceremony happened.
Correct.
It was the first opening ceremony that wasn't held in a stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the opening ceremony is always held in like the main stadium.
Yeah.
And they do like a whole thing, and they've got like
I didn't know
they've
that.
got these cool dancers, and they do all this cool stuff. This year it just went. The entire thing took place on the Seine River. And it went like through Paris, a couple miles, ended at or like across from the Eiffel Tower. I don't know what the place is called that they ended at, but they had so much going on. So all the athletes on boats, 85 boats full of athletes.
That's crazy.
America with 590. Let's go USA!
Somebody's a little bit more excited
Yeah,
than
yeah. I love the Olympics. Love them.
I like the idea of them.
I love the Olympics.
I just
because
don't
it's
get
just
into
I don't
it.
do sports.
Sure.
I don't know if you can tell this about me, but like,
You got an Olympic shirt on, so you,
I don't
you participate.
I like played some sports in high school or like when I
Right.
was a kid, but like I'm not a big sports guy.
Right.
The only time I really watch any sport aside from football, and even I only started watching football within the past like 6 or 7 years.
That's crazy.
But this is the only time I watch sports is for the Olympics. Every
Interesting.
2 years, I'm like, let's go sports.
Yeah, you're like, sports time, sports, we are athletes.
And then I like learn everything I can about the sports in the Olympics during that 2-week period. And I'm like spitting out facts to everybody. They're
Yeah.
like, well, I don't understand. I'm like, well, actually, I can tell you.
Well, actually, so that's a fault. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
And then you just like dump all that information
And
out
then-
for 2
then it
years,
just,
and then
and then
it
it just
comes back again?
disappears. And then 4 years later for the Summer Olympics, so in
Yep.
2028, LA, by
Retain
the
them.
way.
yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
I
I
wanna
don't
go.
know how they're going to.
Well, it's been in LA before, I think.
Yeah, I think they're reusing
Probably
a lot of
the
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
Same with Salt Lake.
Yeah.
They still have a lot of those stadiums, but it still just like kind of blows my mind. I'm like thinking, I'm like,
Especially like in a place like LA where we were just talking about this yesterday, not a very like clean place or like, I mean, neither is Paris
Nice.
really. So I guess,
right, but still, like, it's not a nice place.
yeah, it's
I
not
don't
super
know.
great.
I don't know. I thought that was very interesting too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But either
that is
way,
in 4
so
years.
the opening ceremony, again, they went on the Seine River. They had a whole bunch of like weird stuff going on.
Yeah, they had the whole display of like Dionysus
Yeah.
and like the gods.
That's what
and
people
stuff.
are freaking
and
out
now
about.
there's a lot of controversy over that, which I'm like, it's just Dionysus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Relax.
People are
but
like-
I get it.
People were like, oh, they're making fun of or they're not making fun of. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Like imitating.
Yeah, they're imitating
kind
like
of.
the Last Supper, the painting of the Last
It's
Supper.
one of the most like
It's
imitated
used everywhere,
pieces
yeah.
of art in history.
Yeah, it's a
like,
piece of art. It's not like a biblical
correct.
thing.
Correct. It's been redone in film and in like animation and
Yeah.
everything.
And like, don't get us wrong,
Music.
right? The Last Supper is obviously from the Bible,
Correct.
but nobody knows how they were sitting.
Right. Right. And
They're
also,
probably sitting on the fucking floor.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was very interesting that it is causing such a debate because
Yeah.
also they're like emphasizing like it's Dionysus.
Yeah.
And they're not even in the same poses and stuff. Like.
Yeah, it's just because it was a long table.
Yeah.
That's all.
And
that,
I'm like, okay, well, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
I thought
no,
that
it
was
looked
crazy.
really
And then the Assassin's Creed guy,
Yeah. So
real random,
big mystery revolving that person.
right?
Like nobody knows who it
he
is.
is,
Yeah.
or like kind of more about like story, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of confused as to like why he was there,
Yeah.
but also just like, he's cool.
And I'm wondering if it was kind of based off of Assassin's Creed, which anybody who's ever played Assassin's Creed, not me, but I did my research. There's a theme. One of the games takes place in or around during the French Revolution. I believe
Okay.
is what I was researching. The comments will correct me if I'm wrong. But so they like that's like a big part of like obviously the French Revolution is like a big
Yeah.
thing. I mean they had like a whole Les Mis thing going on during the opening ceremony as well. So
Yeah, I thought that was kind of wild. And he does a lot of like body language and actions that imitate the Assassin's Creed players.
yeah, a lot of
too.
parkour, a lot of climbing on buildings.
Like even the way like I saw a thing of like how he holds his hand out. That might be like someone just being like
maybe
over analyzing it, but the way he like had his body like and his arm slightly off of his body with his hand like this is exactly how like a video game character
Yeah,
kind of stands. I think that's nitpicky, very like
Yeah.
someone be like this is this because of
yeah.
but
Well, initially I thought they were gonna go because when they showed him first, the kids were like they had the Olympic torch and they were like getting in the boats in the catacombs, which is crazy.
That's
that they,
scary as
Yeah, they showed the catacombs. That was like wild.
this is
But they played the Phantom of the Opera theme when he rolled up in a boat. And Phantom of the Opera, of course, takes place in Paris.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh shit, they're gonna like play this guy up to be like the Phantom.
That's
And that's really
crazy.
cool. I was
That's
so excited being a
crazy.
fucking musical nerd. And then they didn't.
But they still at least they like paid homage to it.
They
Like,
did,
play,
yes.
like playing the song.
Yes, they did.
And like there is the mystery of who's the man behind the
Behind the
hood,
mask,
who's
yeah.
the man behind the mask.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of like a nod to it in a modern twist. But
I definitely think it is.
Oh man, I need to actually like fully watch it. I've only seen a few clips of
Yeah,
it.
no, it
all.
was very, very cool. The Olympic cauldron is like a big hot, well, I guess a small hot air balloon, but it's just like a big silver flaming hot air balloon, which looks really, really awesome.
Dang.
And then, of course, the big thing of the night.
Madam.
Celine
The
Dion
queen.
made a huge comeback.
Crazy.
Has not performed
Crazy.
in years.
Have you seen her documentary?
Not at all.
I need to now.
Don't even know what's wrong with her, really.
I don't say it like that. That sounds awful. Yeah, I don't know exactly what hardships she's been going through medical wise.
Yeah, she's got stiff person disease or something like that. I'm like,
Maybe.
what is she? She's got tight muscles or something?
Yeah, I don't really know.
She's creaking a little bit.
Aren't we all? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but
I don't know.
apparently it was like super monumental, and seeing her like looking out to the crowd for like she stops singing for a minute and looks out and like has that realization like she's back.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That
I think that was
huge, yeah.
well done.
Celine Dion, comeback of the century.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Celine Dion, there's a funny but not so funny story, right? So this weekend, I was back home in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Something I wasn't going to talk about, but we're tying it into Celine Dion, so I have to talk about it. My grandmother passed away last week, like right before we recorded this episode, or last episode. And I had to make a last-minute flight home, as you know. And, of course, we had the wake, and we had the funeral service. And at the service, at the funeral home, they finish up the service, and the funeral director comes in and says, okay, we're going to do, pay your final respects. So we're going to start from the back of the room, work our way up to the front of the room.
Right.
Everybody just, walk up in a
Filing
line.
out.
Yeah. And then, get the fuck out and go to brunch.
Yep.
Which, by the way, brunch, top tier. It was more of a lunch than a brunch, but really good.
But that's good. That's
Yeah.
something good.
But anyway, so as they say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, they turn on some music as they just light piano music as they do. It was fucking "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, and I mean, so there's one movie I'm an emotional bitch when if there's
I'm sorry, they played Celine Dion.
if there's one movie that I will cry at always until the day I die, it's Titanic.
Yeah, I've
And
never seen it.
My heart, don't actually know it. Save yourself. Don't fucking watch it because you want to do nothing but kill yourself afterwards.
No. Yeah,
that movie makes me so emotional. It's not. I'm a blubbering idiot.
Really?
Oh my god, I cry. I mean, I cry again very easily. I'm very
yeah,
emotional.
I mean, me too. I cry over everything.
Yeah. But I almost cried during the post-credit stuff. For
I did
Deadpool
too,
Wolverine.
and I cried
Yeah.
again last night,
Yeah.
seeing it for a second time, knowing exactly what the
Yeah.
post-credit
Yep.
scene. I was like,
Yeah. But anyways,
Play
so
that
that
music.
song in that movie especially just really
wow.
oh, it makes you cry. So they start playing this, and again, it's not her singing; it's just the
It's
piano
a piano rendition.
or a violin or something. Either way, I hear it immediately, and I'm I turn to my brother, I go, "What the hell?" My mother did the eulogy, so I was already sobbing,
Right.
and then they turn this song on, and I'm sobbing again, and then I have to go up there and
Yeah.
look over my
Yeah, and just be like, oh my god.
and I'm just losing it.
Oh, I'm
just
so
losing it.
sorry.
But I go to my mom afterwards. We all walk out, and everybody's tears are dried. We're going to lunch. And I go to my mom. I go, Mom, who the hell picked that song? She goes, what are you talking about? I go, who picked "My Heart Will Go On" for the paying the final respects?
Right.
I'm already trying not to lose it,
Right.
and you play this song. And she goes, oh, none of us did. I think they must have just picked it for I think the funeral director picked it. I'm like, screw that guy.
Yeah, that's
what a little bitch.
Okay, but what would you play? Just
Not that.
classical music?
Yes, something that doesn't have a tie-in to
Sad and
sadness and death
and stuff.
yeah, I get it. I think it's part of the job description as a funeral director, make people cry as much as possible. But
That's not true.
I think it is. I think that's part of it. I
Oh
think you
my
have to
God.
pick songs that bring tears.
Right, but sometimes that helps people.
Crying.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves a good cry.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a
don't
good cry?
Last night, actually.
During the movie?
No, on the way home.
Oh,
on my drive
God,
home.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. I'm also an emotional bitch. I cry all the time.
Yeah.
But songs trigger that. I will play if I need to cry. I will
You'll play a
play
song.
certain music.
I'll
just
skip.
a playlist.
I'm a man.
I've got two-
I'm a man. I suppress my emotions as much as possible.
All right, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
That's a different Pandora's box.
My therapist really likes that about me.
I have two different.
That's a joke. I don't go to therapy anymore.
This is why you're still crying all the
Yeah.
time. I have two. I don't either. I have two different crying playlists.
You have a whole playlist?
I have 2 different ones.
I'll tell you,
for
there's
different
it
energies.
takes-
I have one that's I'm about to cry, but I don't need to, but I could.
Yeah.
And that's like literally the title. And then the other one is crying in the tub instead of crying in the club.
Okay. There's like 3 songs that I hear and make me cry. My Heart Will Go On. For Good from Wicked.
Oh, I can't say that. Never mind.
And no, go ahead.
It just has something to do with our sorority. That song does, because Kristen Chenoweth was
Part of your sorority?
part of my sorority.
Holy shit.
And so because of that, what is the song For Good?
Yeah.
Is a big part of our sorority.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard of it until I got into my sorority, and I was like,
No, that was like
that one's hard. Okay.
yeah, super sappy story, really quick. Just like dive in there really quick. My best friend in high school.
I
who
didn't know I
passed-
was your therapist
Yeah,
now.
my best friend in high school who passed away when we were freshmen.
my
That was the
God.
last song she sang, like before she.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awful.
So like I attached that song to
Yeah,
her.
that's
And of course
hard.
it's about friendship. She was my best fucking friend.
Yeah.
So like that's I hear the first note of that
Oh.
song and I'm just like
You're like, "Ah." Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
But that's the song is really good. for
yeah.
that.
So that song, those 2 songs, and then Piano Man by Billy Joel.
I love Piano Man.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Also associated with a dead friend, not best
yeah,
friend, but friend.
me and my best guy friend would go sit and like play that, just like because we both worked at our college during the summer,
Mhm.
and we would just go back to like one of our houses, sit on the couch, throw on like a random show like Simpsons or whatever, and then just play that and just be like being drunk, being happy, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, this is such a I have a happy association with that song.
I
though.
did for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's not sad.
It's like happy, sad. It's like an
yeah.
emotional happy,
Yes.
not a sad.
Yeah, I don't cry because I'm like,
You
I
just
cry.
moved.
It's just
You're very moved.
Yeah. Again, emotional bitch.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Sure. Bitch eye. I'm trying to think of some of the ones do you ever watch Lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song. You know the song that they play.
No.
I can't. There's no lyrics.
Go ahead, sing it.
No,
hum it.
it's I'm just gonna like no. It's called Life and Death, and it's a song they
Is
play.
it like in the final season?
It's
Or is it
no,
throughout
it's
the show?
Throughout the show, it's every time a character dies.
Oh,
It's the
I cannot
song. It's
remember
like the
it.
piano. I'll play it after.
Yeah.
It's the piano song that they play after someone dies, and then they play it again in the finale and stuff.
You know when I cry a lot is at the end of just when I'm laying in bed.
Continue. I cry a lot all the time.
Yeah. Every time I wake up.
If my eyes are open.
Yeah.
Tears are flowing.
Yep. No, when I cry a lot at the end of shows, like at the end of a series, like when the series
Because it's
ends.
sad or because it's over?
Yes.
Okay, heard.
If it's sad, I'm gonna cry because it's sad. If it's over, I'm crying.
I get that too.
Prime example, I hate The Office. Fucking hate that show.
But you cried at the end.
I watched the entire thing because again, my ex, she like loves The Office. She's just like one of those, it's like one of her comfort shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we first started seeing each other, that was just like always on.
Right.
And so I would just like
background.
lay there. She'd pass out. I'd just be watching it. And then I got to the episode where Michael left.
Michael's hard. That one's a bad.
Sobbed.
That one's hard. That's the one I've cried to too.
Cried like a little bitch. And then I got to the end. And again, just waterworks. And I was like, this show sucks. Like, why am I crying? But it's because it's over. I don't
Yeah.
like goodbyes.
Yeah.
I'm a big not fan of goodbyes.
You big baby. Oh my god.
And then what's another one? I cried at the end of How I Met Your Mother because it was so bad.
Oh, you were disappointed. You're like,
I was
it's
so-
ruined.
Yeah, no. That was just terrible. Cried at the end of Friends.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I've never cried at the end of a show. I've
Oh.
cried at specific episodes because they're emotional.
Yeah.
Because of characters leaving
Yeah.
or things happening.
Yeah.
But
you
I
put on
don't-
specific episodes of Glee, I'll start crying right now.
No, that's so. Oh my god, the Finn episode ruined.
Yeah, fuck that.
Ruined.
Fuck that.
I can't. Did you watch the documentary?
No, I can't.
I
won't.
tried and
Yeah.
it's messy too.
I hate. So I get this all like the emotional side of me. It comes from my mother, and I hate her for it. Mm-hmm. It's the worst.
It comes from my mom, which comes from my grandma. So
Yeah.
whenever like
It also comes from my grandma.
yeah, it's just
R.I.P.
it's a direct. I'm sorry. I'm gonna laugh because I'm gonna laugh.
No. She lived
yeah.
a good life, by the way. It wasn't like out of the blue. She just dropped dead one day. She was 91 years old.
Thanks
And-
for the PSA.
Yeah, just like Just so you're all
saying.
aware.
I think they got it.
Making sure.
Man. Also, speaking of Celine Dion,
Yeah.
turning it way back, we're gonna get positive.
Yeah, please.
Deadpool.
Yes.
That is now the biggest movie. I think it's breaking a couple records this
the
weekend.
year?
I think this year. I don't think it's. I think it might be Marvel though. I think it's broken a couple Marvel
no
records.
shot.
For
opening weekend.
opening weekend stuff.
Okay.
I think
I was
maybe
like, this movie right here has.
Yeah, I think they're still getting towards Endgame, but I think they've broken a couple records in that. They were the most streamed trailer.
I saw that 345 billion.
Yeah, they did get that Guinness record. But I don't know what other they've been hitting other significant marks for opening weekend.
We are going to talk about this in some detail. We'll try to avoid spoilers because it is still the first not even week of the movie being out.
It's one of those movies that, like Endgame, you want to respect and people need to experience for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't recommend spoiling it for yourself.
Don't look anything up.
Just go see it.
Go
and go see it ASAP because the
spoilers are out and about.
The spoilers are out. Even Marvel's putting out with spoilers. So you got to just go see it. But I have seen it twice now.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it once. We're seeing it again on
third.
Thursday.
Yeah, we're going to go see it Thursday. What did you think?
Here's what I think.
Non-spoiler
review is last week we were talking about Glenn Powell summer.
Correct.
This week, fuck Glenn Powell. It's Deadpool summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
this movie is so good, and one of the reviews, actually, I think it was Ryan Reynolds himself said
one of the reasons it's actually Ryan Reynolds on Twitter be like,
no, but they the one thing that everybody keeps saying is it's a love letter to all of the movies, all the Marvel movies that existed prior to the MCU.
Yeah.
And I think that is a perfect description of it.
Yeah.
It pays so much respect to all of those old, specifically Fox movies.
Correct. Things before Marvel owned all of them.
Before
all
Fox
the rights.
Disintegrated into nothing.
Deadpool is just great. Ryan, I was worried about it being owned by Disney that they would have to not have to change things up, but tone it down.
Yeah.
And they did.
No.
I think they amped it up.
Amped it way up.
It was way better. And I've always been a big fan of Deadpool.
Yeah, he's great.
So that's always good. But yeah, I thought it was a phenomenal movie. I don't know how I feel about it in MCU. What it provided for the MCU.
Yeah, I think
it was an okay MCU movie and then a phenomenal Marvel movie, phenomenal movie in general.
Yeah, I don't think it really ties in. Is Deadpool part of the MCU now? Yeah.
Yes.
Did this movie really connect to the MCU all that much? No. So do you have to watch every single one of these movies to see Deadpool? Probably not.
Yeah, okay, actually, genuine question.
Yeah.
How much pre-watching do you think needs to happen for this movie? 'Cause
3 movies.
Really?
I think
Logan,
Deadpool 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And maybe X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think what the problem is it's a phenomenal movie, and lots of different people from different worlds and different experiences of Marvel universe can appreciate it, but not you have to watch everything to really appreciate it, and the less you watch, the less you appreciate it.
That
but
is
it
true.
doesn't ruin the movie. It just makes it from a 100% to 99% to 98. For example, one of my friends is binging all of the MCU right now in order. I gave her the whole list. I gave her all the shows. She's
chronologically
chronologically, she's taking a break to watch all the Spider-Man before watching No Way Home, because I told her you have to exit the MCU for 5 seconds, take a detour, and come back in to appreciate No Way Home a little bit more. So she's watching them all, and she's seen Deadpool 1 and 2, and she's like, I want to go see this, but she's not seen a single X-Men movie, doesn't know anything about Wolverine. And I'm like, well...
And that's why I'm thinking,
while you
X-Men...
would like the movie and you'd like the jokes, you wouldn't appreciate all of the jokes. Yeah. And the impact of, Wolverine.
And that's why I'm thinking, at the very least, X-Men Origins Wolverine is definitely, I would say probably a must-see. So 4 movies. Because, it gives you the basis of who and what Wolverine is
For sure.
as a character.
For sure. His, yeah.
So I definitely recommend watching that.
Yeah.
Logan, so you understand like the end of the character.
I haven't seen Logan. And I'm
Still?
No, so I'm watching all the X-Men movies in order right now.
I thought you finished that.
I didn't finish it in time, and so I just had
I
to,
wouldn't have gone to the movie if I didn't finish them in time.
I was so mad, but I had to go opening weekend because I get spoiled.
Yeah.
My TikTok
oh yeah, you can't
is
be on your phone. Yeah.
all it because that's what side of the world I'm on, and so I I just had to suck it up. I know what happens in Logan.
Everybody knows
seen the
what happens in
videos
Logan,
and stuff.
yeah.
So luckily it wasn't the worst thing, but I'm really excited. I almost am kind of more excited to see it now after seeing Deadpool because I think I'm going to appreciate it even more than seeing it before Deadpool. Which is like, I don't know. I think it's probably a hot take. People are probably not happy that I haven't seen Logan.
Yeah, well.
Happens.
But yeah, no, it's a fantastic movie. There are people out there that are saying it, it's not like it was overhyped and yada yada. I don't think it was overhyped at all. I think I gave it the same rating. So like I rate every single Marvel movie that I go to see.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it the same ranking that I gave Spider-Man No Way Home, which was an 11 out of 10. Because Endgame, at the time that it came out, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I was like, this is a perfect movie. It is a combination of 10 plus years of movies.
Yep.
And it is
wrapped up in a perfect
movie.
package, bro.
Yeah,
Done.
it was beautiful. Well, then Spider-Man No Way Home came out.
You're like,
and I was like, holy shit, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
11 out of 10. And then I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and I was like,
holy shit.
I was like, oh, fuck, this is so good. But I was like,
Yeah.
do I really, truly like it more than Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yeah.
Knowing that Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, do I really like it more than that? And I was like, I cannot, in my right mind, give it a higher ranking than Spider-Man. So I
Yeah.
gave it exactly the same, 11 out of 10.
No, that's so bad. I'm also like my superhero's always been Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and like I had Thor for a little while.
Yeah,
and I'm
well,
back
I mean,
to Spider-Man.
Chris Hemsworth.
Hello, but I think I don't know. I think these recent movies like No Way Home and like Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine are not just like a homage to a love letter to the past movies, but it's like it is made for our generation.
Yeah.
Like it is made for people born between like 87 and like
87 is very specific.
I'm roping in like my brothers. Like I'm thinking of like any
July of 1987 to December of 2001.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I would say, yeah, cause I just like 90s and early 2000s kids, kind of, because like early 2000s is that big drop off where people are very different.
Yeah.
But 90s and 80s kind of dips into each other a little bit.
I agree.
But these are like bringing in Toby, bringing in Andrew. This is like hitting all of these things, and then all the characters that we see in Deadpool and Wolverine, including Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's just very like you feel like you're watching your old movies again. You're seeing your old superheroes on the TV, and it's very reminiscent.
And a lot of people are saying, like the people that are like speaking negatively of this, they're saying, they're like, oh well, like all these movies are just like pandering to the fan base now, and they're not really doing anything. It's just like they're like oh, the multiverse has just killed Marvel, and I strongly disagree. That's what I want. I want them to pander to me. I want them to do what I want on the screen.
Right.
Like if I say, hey, I'd love to see fucking this person and that person, and they go, okay,
right.
That's you're automatically gonna get my money.
Right. They're bringing in underrated comic book characters. I'm not gonna say specifically who, but bringing in old characters that haven't been in here for a while. Bringing in new characters.
Yeah.
And like this whole sequence, phenomenal, obviously. But like this was the end.
Yeah.
They need to do something new. And that's okay.
Yep.
And I don't think people can handle change.
I don't think people can handle change.
People
And I
cannot
get
handle
that, right?
change.
Like I don't like
people
change.
want the normal like story arc.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're just going haywire with this whole multiverse, and I agree, it's a lot and it's very confusing,
It's
and
very
I have
hard
to watch
keep
things
track
over
of,
and over again. However, it's a change of pace, and it's new, which is nice.
As much as I loved this, this sequence of movies,
We're never gonna top this.
No.
So why try to do it again?
So it's like it's okay that this ended, and it was fantastic, and I was very sad when it was over. You put this movie on, I'll cry every single time.
So going off of that, Tony,
Again, this is an episode meant for Marvel nerds.
Yeah.
The Comic-Con happened in
And this is all public now,
San
too.
Diego, correct?
Mm-hmm.
San Diego Comic-Con
was this past weekend.
Was this weekend. I was mourning over my grandmother, and shit was being dropped like
And she was just like-
bombs during wars.
Oh my God.
It was insane the amount of shit that they came out. So the biggest thing, we're just gonna start with the biggest thing because I don't even know anything smaller than that. The biggest announcement that came, well, they announced Avengers: Secret Wars, which you already knew about.
Right. That they just announced year.
I think they announced the year, maybe
or,
even the
or
date.
maybe the month. Oh, maybe the date.
Might have been the date.
Because I think that we knew year. Maybe
Because
we
I think
didn't
it's
know date.
2026, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Avengers:
Secret
Secret
Wars
Wars is
26.
secret. So I'm gonna need more space on this wall.
And
Another
then
poster.
Avengers Doomsday.
Which is not the name of the original movie. It was gonna be Kang Dynasty.
Right.
But Jonathan
because...
Majors had to be a big fuck up.
Anyways, moving on. Again, ruining the MCU.
Yeah,
but anywho, Doomsday is 2025. So that is a year.
I thought it was 2027.
No, it's 20.
Quick look up.
I'm pretty
If
sure.
it's 2025, I'll shit right now.
Please don't. We still got time.
Again, this is not a movie podcast, but today it is. And Lauren's got some stories after this, so.
Yeah, just ranting. Oh, wait. Maybe it's 2026.
So is Secret Wars 2025? If Secret Wars is 2025, I'll also shit right now. I thought it was 26 and 27.
I thought it was Secret Wars is 27. So Doomsday's first.
26. Which makes sense because we need that character who they announced at San Diego Comic-Con. You can all look it up. They said in order to have Secret Wars, there needs to be a character, a vital character in the Marvel Comics that needs to come onto the screen, which is Victor Von Doom.
But it's not.
But it is.
But it's no, in the comics it's not.
But it technically it is still Doctor Doom.
It's still Doctor Doom. It's not Victor
Victor
Von
Von
Doom as Doctor Doom.
Yes.
In this version of the comics,
Yes.
because there's a ton of different. There's one Doctor Doom that's a planet,
I think I knew about
or
that.
he's like a moon or something like that.
Because that's where there's where they like all battled each other.
Yeah. So it's not surprising or off-putting that it's a different version of Doctor Doom.
Yes.
That's fine. However,
Not
the
Victor,
fact that they
Doctor.
chose the world that Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom is
Yeah, they
such
announced
a
Robert Downey Jr.
bizarre
People.
choice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Such a bizarre choice to me.
I love it.
Why?
Because Robert Downey Jr. is the king of Marvel. Now I
Well,
know it's a controversial choice,
Now
right?
that reveal was good though.
It was the best reveal I've ever
him
seen.
coming out and doing his
It was
his Iron Man stance.
fucking amazing. When they announced it, I nearly died.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But so I think it's a great choice because one, right? Everybody's like Marvel's dead, Marvel's dead, Marvel's dead, and people have been so obsessed with these movies. So
Sure.
what do? You bring back the main character of these movies.
The one who started it all.
Yeah, you bring
if
back
will.
Tony Stark, but in a world where he
awful.
didn't become Iron Man, he
Yeah.
became Doctor Doom
Yeah.
because of something that we will eventually see.
For sure.
So how they do that is what I'm waiting to see. But it's the Russo brothers who directed these two masterpieces.
Here's my stupid fan theory
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
conjured up in my head that I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
And this is a very easy cop out, so I don't think it's actually going to happen.
Okay.
But here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to only market Tony.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Robert Downey. He's the only thing on covers, everything like that.
I hope so.
10 minutes into the film,
Yeah.
they're building him up. He's doing something. He's showing off. He's
You think they're
talking.
gonna kill him?
And I think another Doom variant's gonna come through a portal, whatever, like Thanos did, and coming through a different world, nicking out him.
No shot.
And then that's the big bad for the rest of the film. And they're gonna hype up Tony the whole whole marketing process for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks it's just Tony,
No way.
and then they're gonna kill him off. They did
They
that in a
wouldn't do
different
that.
film though. What'd they do that in?
Yeah, they did that with the movie's called Life.
No, it was another superhero film, and I forget what it is.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of not a superhero film. I'm thinking of, I think it's called Life. It's a movie about an alien
Okay.
or like an alien species.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's Ryan Reynolds. I think Ryan Reynolds is in the movie, and they like really like I mean, it was like him and a couple other people, but they were like, Ryan Reynolds, like blah 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 blah. They killed him in the first 5 minutes of the movie, 10 minutes maybe. But this alien fucking
Oh, I know. In the space station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got in his body, fucking killed him immediately.
As one does. Yeah, I think that they're gonna do that because I don't know. I think they just need.
They can't afford him.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford him. I think they just need a draw to bring people in. And they're just going to market it.
I think they...
I don't know. Maybe they will. But I can see them having multiple variants or something. I think there's going to be more than one Doom.
I agree.
Because I think moving into... Like, maybe the Tony Doom lasts a little bit longer. But I don't see him being in Secret Wars.
You don't see him being the big villain for an extended period of time.
Correct. I think they're going to have a new original person.
Yeah.
Because they wanted that with Kang. I don't think they would just backtrack and just be like, whatever, we'll just have Tony do it. You know?
Because they still want the multiverse, and Kang was the multiverse.
I think Tony's like a quick fix to the whole Kang war situation.
Maybe, we'll see.
And I'm hoping that they kill off him early as a big shock factor and bring in because it'll also make him. They'd feel have to bring in
somebody really, really good though, like another actor, really, really good.
You don't think a no name? You think it needs to be another A-lister?
If they brought in a no name, people would leave the theater. I mean, think about it. You're sitting there. You're excited to see your favorite actor, Tony Stark, back on the screen, and you're like, You just paid $27 for a movie ticket, and you're so excited. And then 10 minutes later, his head gets chopped off, and it's some fucking Joe Schmo from another universe. You're like, fuck this, worst movie ever. Russo Brothers ate shit. They bombed.
Interesting. All right. I can respect that too.
So I don't think we'll do it.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'll wait for the first trailer to form actual opinions.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Because I'm gonna see how much they push for Tony. If he's in it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And it's gonna be like shoving in our throats. You know what I mean?
We'll see. But anyways, back to you've got a weird weekly story.
I do have a weird weekly story.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
just
making
one.
Sure.
Well, yeah, just one for now. Maybe one more next week. We'll
see.
I went to a line dancing bar.
Yes.
The local one, as one does.
The local line dancing bar.
The local line dancing bar. You know, I haven't been in a while, and I was there with my friend, and we don't dance. We don't know how to dance, so we sit on the outskirts.
You
watch.
don't dance?
Try to learn them, and if we get it, we'll jump in. And if we don't, we hold back. Like the intense spinning ones.
I get it. I get up in there.
Look at you go.
I don't dance, but I can dance in a line.
Do you the Cupid Shuffle?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So valid. Do you remember any line dances from the last time you went?
No, it's been so long. But it once I get there and the music starts and I see the first couple of steps, I'm like, oh, I know this.
Yeah, I can pick up most of them.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend's a dancer and I was a cheerleader, so both of us like have that like old school we remember that.
That tracks that for you.
Thanks.
100% makes sense that you were a cheerleader.
Do I give cheerleader energy?
You do. Yeah.
I try. I do try. That definitely. I was a cheerleader from when I was 3 till I was.
How do you
17.
cheerlead at 3?
Oh my god, okay, this is total tangent. So when I was younger, my brother was on the football team. Yeah. My other brother was in the marching band. And I would stand in the bleachers and cheer for them for their, Friday Night Lights, whatever. And my mom made me a little high school uniform that matched the cheerleaders uniforms. Yeah. And I sat and learned the cheers as a 3-year-old to 4-year-old to 5-year-old age range. Because I just sit and stare. I was infatuated by them. I was like, this is my whole personality. And I learned most of those cheers. And then one game, the cheerleading coach saw me and came up into the stands and was like, does she want to come down and do the cheers?
Was your dream come true?
Yeah. And so I went down and I was on the sideline doing the cheers with the cheerleaders, doing the ones I knew, and then I'd sit out. And then that continued for a few more years. And then they started inviting me to their practices and to their gymnastics, going to get training for tumbling and stuff.
Wow.
And so I would go to high school cheer practices after their school let out. My mom would go drive me, or they'd come pick me up and take me. And I'd go to their practices as I was 10. You know, I was in a 6th grader, 7th grader, not even 7th grader. This was all elementary school time period. And so I'd go to all their practices and stuff. And then once I got to middle school, I was way too old because I was about to be them. So I stopped and I just did cheerleading on my own time on the side. And then I became a cheerleader in high school because of that. But yeah, I was in the paper. I'll show you that another time too. I Well, yeah, I was a cheerleader.
You were a child prodigy.
I was. It was my destiny,
Wow.
but it did. I quit
Didn't
freshman
pan
year.
out. Yeah.
I quit freshman year and did field hockey the following year because
Sports.
Sports.
Cheerleading is a sport.
Cheerleading is a sport, but
Very intense one, I might add.
Yes, very painful. I was a flyer, so I got
Of course you were.
thrown
'Cause
and
you're
dropped.
this big.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, I was a flyer, but I also was a base. So I was also. Have you ever watched cheerleading?
My sister's a cheerleader.
Okay, so you know.
I wanted to be a cheerleader.
Do you know? It's a great sport.
Yeah.
Do you know a pyramid?
Yeah, I know
Like
a pyramid.
stunting. Okay, I don't know. Most people don't. I was a base flyer, so I was on the sides of the pyramid lifting the people doing the stuff because I had the strength and like the legs from. I had the strength and legs from my other sports.
Really quick. Look how blue that is.
That's toxic.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
don't even know what color this is.
So you were a base.
I was a base flyer and then a base and then freshman year I quit. That's totally irrelevant. What were we just talking about? Oh, line dancing.
Yes.
So because of cheerleading, I can pick up line dancing pretty easily.
Yeah.
Despite that, we were at the bar and we were watching, trying to pick up dances, and this one guy came up to us and he was like, "You guys are like, why aren't you out there dancing?" And we're like, "We don't know what we're doing," and he walks away, and we're like, "Cool." Another guy comes up. And he's immediately all over like us, like grabbing at the waist, things like that, doing as gross men do. And he was just like, "Oh, like why, like, hey man, like you should go out there and dance with my friend." And I was like, "What's your friend's name?" He goes, "I don't know, I just met him." I was like, "Okay, so he's not your friend."
very friend, yeah.
And then he was like, "You got it." He's like, "Come on, man, like help me out." He's like, "You got to go out there and dance with him. I'll keep your girl company. Like, don't worry." I was like,
No.
I don't like that energy. And he kept pushing for it. He was just like, he's like, "You, what do you mean?" I was like, "We don't know how to dance. Like, we don't know how to do it. And this guy knows how to do it." And he's like, "Well, he can go teach you. Like, he's got you and stuff." I was like, "No, we're good. Like, it's fine." And he just kept going on and on. Finally, he gave up trying to wingman his friend. And just straight on moved to talking to me, being like, he's like, can I get you a drink? Like, I was like, I can take you to meet my other friends, like they're outside. I was like, why aren't you with your friends?
Yeah.
Why are you alone?
Dude's got a lot of friends.
And I was like, also, who are your friends? If you just met this, I was like very confused. And I was drinking water because I was driving, so I wasn't even drinking. And so I had a water cup in my hand, and he had some random cup, and he goes, "What are you drinking?" I was like, "Water." And he goes, "No shot." I was like, "Yeah, it's clear in a cheap cup. It's water." He goes, "I don't believe you." Takes the cup out of my hand and drinks it. He goes, "What the fuck? This is water."
How drunk was this guy?
Correct. Honestly, he wasn't sloppy drunk, but he was getting there. He was
on his way to a bad night.
Yeah, he needed maybe one or two more drinks to be hitting that like tipping point.
Wow.
So he took my drink and then he shoved his drink. He's like, "You're too pretty to be drinking water." I was like, "This is."
Whoa!
I'm
what a lie!
scared.
Though.
I was like, "I'm kind of scared."
I gotta write that down.
Actually, can you keep talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that and then like shoved his drink in my face. I was like, "What are you even drinking?" He goes, "I don't even fucking know." And I was like, "Does this work? Like, does this normally work for you? Like, out of curiosity?"
Girls like this?
Mind you, the entire time he's talking to me, I was not complimenting him at all. He was giving me so many compliments, and I was like, "You're very cocky." And he's like, "I call it confidence, baby." I was like, "No, you're cocky." Like, I was just slamming him down every single time, and he kept going.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, "Ah," and like scurried away like 2 feet because she's like, "I don't like being close to this, but I'm gonna watch you, but I don't want to be here
I don't want to
anymore."
watch the car accident from in the car.
Correct. She's like, that's exactly what it was. She's like, "This is fun and all, but I don't want to be hit by airbags. I'm gonna sit over here." And so he just kept going, and it got to the point. Again, I don't even know how long this was because we're just like in the moment. But a bouncer kept coming by and like making faces at me, and I was like, it was like The Office where you just look straight at the camera. Me and the bouncer were making faces, and he was just laughing, and I'd keep talking to the guy, and I'd look back, and this guy's just delusionally talking, just being like, "Blah blah blah, you're so pretty, blah blah blah, like you should meet my friends."
Job.
Yeah, he thinks he's winning, and I'm like, "You are literally worthless."
Right, really, this is the prime example. Now, like, do I talk to women out at bars anymore? No, but like. Even in college, this is the reason I didn't talk to girls at bars.
Because y'all go about it so dumb.
No, because I just couldn't. I don't have any confidence. And there's no cockiness, there's no confidence, there's no nothing with me. I'd walk into a bar, I'd see girls, and I would just be like, The dance floor looks fun. That's just,
You're like,
I'm not.
You know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna play pool.
Yeah, anything but talking to a girl, because I know that, now this guy, I mean, I would never be that level, but like, I would just totally bomb everything.
Right,
Anytime
sure.
I speak to a woman.
Sure.
I said this,
I believe it.
I think I said this the other day to you. I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else, but like if I get nervous, I get a pretty bad stutter.
Really?
Yeah, and so like I'll like
Interesting.
I like trip over my words or stutter if I'm if I'm talking
She's panicking thinking about it.
if I'm talking to a girl that I find attractive, and like trying to like
right.
woo her if you
Woo
will.
her if you will. Actually successfully talk to her.
Yeah, actually successfully talk to her, then I sound like a babbling idiot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See,
And alcohol doesn't help.
I don't mind when like guys approach you at the bar.
Yeah.
But I like there's so many ways that you could do it successfully and no guy ever does. Like literally all you have to do
You know
is
why?
just-
Because all you women are so fucking confusing.
I know, it's all our fault. I'm so emotional and confusing and I'm mean. I'm just a bitch and I'm probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
And it's too much.
You probably were gonna cry.
I was. I cried on the way home last night.
But anyways, continue.
Yeah, no, long story short, it just got to be too much and I just using
Yeah, so how'd you shake him? How'd you...
the usual ploy. And he's like,
I gotta go to the
let's
bathroom.
I gotta go to the bathroom. And I grabbed my girl back from her little like corner
Yeah,
hiding.
yeah.
I was like, we gotta go. And we went to the bathroom, hid for a few minutes, and we went out to the other side of the the floor.
Yeah.
We were in, if the floor is this, we were in this corner with him. We moved to this corner. And
He didn't
then-
wait outside the bathroom for you?
No, he waited in the spot. And so then Bryn, my friend, we went down this way, and then Bryn did a little recon. She started walking this way. He was still over there. And we wanted to go back over there because the bouncer was really nice. He was
Yeah.
funny. We were joking with him the whole night. I tried moving a trash can out of the way, and I couldn't move it because it was so full, it was so heavy. So he, like, saw me from a distance, struggling with this giant barrel, came over and just, like, and I was like, okay, that's humbling. So we were having a moment with this bouncer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we wanted to go back over there and like talk to him about the experience that had just happened. Be like, you just saw that guy and you made faces at me. Like that was hilarious. But he was just floating there the whole time. So then we ended up, I think we left right after that because we weren't comfortable waiting around because we didn't want to run into him again.
Yeah.
Because again, he was like grabbing me, holding my waist the whole time, trying to talk to me. I'm like, I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have a good night, and you're just giving me the ick. And
Damn.
but it was fine. It was still a good night because I'm laughing at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so wild. I hated that he took my drink. That's the second time someone's taken a man has taken the drink out of my hand and drank it. And I'm like, what if I had like drugs in that? Like,
What if I was roofing myself?
What if, okay, maybe not myself, but what if it was like a ploy? Like, what if I was holding this drink around and it'd be roofied, and I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, why would you drink?
There's one thing I know about guys, being a guy. If a girl offers me a drink, slamming it.
Oh my god.
It
Y'all
would be so...
I guess maybe we're so much more paranoid about it.
Yeah, because it happens to you more often. Nobody's
Right.
roofing guys.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure
know
some people
guys
are.
that have been roofied though. I
Yeah.
know multiple guys.
I'm sure it does happen more than I realize, but like it happens way more
way
to
more
you.
for sure.
And so like I would never be concerned if somebody offered me a drink that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would never even think twice about it.
wow.
Yeah.
When I was
Unless she was like not attractive.
No, okay, yeah, that's valid. That's valid. When I was at a random bar in Nashville a
Yeah.
few weeks ago, a guy came up to me and just stole my drink and chugged it in front of me, thinking he was hot, and then like made a face at me. And I was like, okay, that worked, but like,
Oh my god.
and then I made him go buy me a new drink.
And that's why we do it. That's why we
See,
slam
but like it's
the
hit
drink.
or miss. So when I say it's water and you steal my water
Yeah,
and
now
slam
you're
my
just
water,
annoying,
now
yeah.
you're just stupid. Like now you just look dumb. I don't know. Bizarre happenings. Happens on the daily.
A good and this tell me if I'm wrong here. But like if a guy came up to you and was like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" and you go, "I already have one," and then you were to take it, slam it, and was like, "Now you don't."
That's
Would
hot. That's hot.
Damn, let's go. Yes.
Write that down.
Yeah, I gotta write that
That's
down. I don't
fine.
have to write that down. Who am
No,
I kidding?
yeah, I was about to say, just pull it on Ron sometimes. See what she says. I think she'd be so mad.
Oh God.
Yeah, that
I
would,
just came up with that.
but that's
I don't think that's
but
from
that's
something.
a totally acceptable behavior.
Yeah.
Like that's
But
that
it only works if that guy's attractive.
it. Not if that he's attractive, that if the girl is attracted to him.
Fair. It's the same thing.
Not necessarily. He could be unconventionally
Yeah, he
attractive.
could be just naturally good looking, I suppose.
No, I'm saying like he could be like ugly, but to her he's hot.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she
yeah.
finds him attractive.
Yeah.
God, do you think it would work the other way? If I walked up to a random guy at the bar?
Yes.
Really?
100%. Have
See,
you
the
looked
thing-
in the mirror at all? Ever?
I try every day. I know. Look
If
at that.
you walked up to a guy at a bar
And
and
chugged
said,
his
"Let me
drink.
buy you a drink," and then he said, "I've already got one," and you slammed it, if he was married with children, he would say, "Yeah, okay, that
Yeah.
works for me."
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that would be
And-
really hot.
And that's, let me bring your ego down a little bit.
No, please do. Actually, hold on.
Any girl, any girl.
No, I feel like that's the
could do
thing.
that.
Like, because it's not a feminine thing. And it's very intimidating. Not intimidating, but it's
It
very
can come
like
across as intimidating.
it's very dominating.
If I see a
thing.
girl chug a drink, I'm like taking a step back for a second.
You're like,
I'm like, oh
shit.
shit.
Wait a damn minute.
Yeah, I'm like, hot damn.
yeah, that's kind of intense.
Yeah, no. So like, if a girl came up to me and said, "Can I buy you a drink?" And then slammed my drink and bought me one, I'd be like, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want."
You're like,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I can't
because
imagine.
because of my lack of confidence in speaking to women, if a girl approaches me, I'm already
You're like,
like, yeah.
yeah, you're like the sirens are off. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
My brain is in full
That's
meltdown.
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I love people watching at that bar though.
Oh, it's the best.
There's some interesting
Yeah.
characters there. There's some creepy old men for sure.
Yeah.
And like just random, like
The
everyone.
old guys are the ones that really freak me out. And
Like,
I
okay,
I have no
old.
like
like
shouldn't
60,
be at a bar old.
60-year-old guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's like again, as a man, I have no reason to be afraid at a bar ever. But when I see old guys at any bar, not just this bar, but at any bar, when I see old guys, I'm like, I'm afraid.
Unless it's at like a casual like dive bar.
Well, yeah.
Where like you can just
I'm
go
talking
grab
about
a
a club.
drink. But yeah, if you're at like a club or like a popular like a college bar and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's not a football weekend where alumni are there, what are you doing, dude?
I'm like, hey, bud, you're 80.
Yeah, yeah. Like you have
It's past bedtime.
the gray hair, man. Hey, like
Yeah.
it's weird, and they do talk to people.
Oh, yeah.
They do go up and talk to a lot of those younger girls. I'm like, hey, stop.
I mean, you know what they're looking for though? They're
Correct.
looking for the one
Sugar
girl
babies.
who's looking for a sugar daddy. That's exactly what it is.
And I would fall every time. No, I'm
Me too.
kidding. There's some.
If an older woman
I'm-
came up to me at a bar, I'm just back to any women now. Really, if an older woman came up to me and was like, chat me up, and then offered to be a sugar mommy
Yeah,
or mama,
yeah. Mommy.
mommy,
Mommy.
offered for me to be a sugar baby,
Yeah.
I would be like, what do I have to do? And then 1,000% yes. No matter what the answer to the first question is, 1,000%
That's
yes.
so funny.
To just get money?
Yeah.
Love it.
I know people who have like
I
sugar
bet,
daddies,
yeah.
and then no commitment either. Like
Sign
all it
me
is
up.
is a phone
Spending
call.
time.
Is
Oh.
a phone call because they're distance.
Oh.
And then when they're in town, once a like 2 months, 3 months,
Yeah.
and it gets even more of an allowance during that time period because they saw each other in person.
Yep. And not, I shouldn't say usually, but often all the guy wants, or the woman,
Company.
is just some company.
Company.
Yeah.
I'm
You don't
like-
have to tittle their bits.
Exactly. No. No, but actually though, they just want someone to talk to. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen to the podcast.
Yeah. Pay us.
We got someone to talk to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wish.
It's crazy. It is. Yeah. I wish.
There's a website for it. Sign up.
There's a lot of websites for a lot of things.
Yeah, well.
You can find money in a lot of different places.
It's true, yeah. Sell your feet pics.
Ugh, I wish.
You can do it. You say you wish, just do it.
I feel like it's a scam. I get so paranoid.
You're the one selling the feet.
I know. I'm afraid I'm gonna somehow get my card taken for, I don't know, my bank account being entered into it. You know, things like
Well,
that.
then just start an OnlyFans.
I also want a job. Most people,
Nobody knows you have an OnlyFans, though.
I don't have one for starters. Wait a minute, you phrased that badly. I don't.
Nobody
currently-
would know that you have an
Thank you.
OnlyFans.
I'm Wait. I currently do not have one.
It'll be linked in the description.
No! I don't plan to get one. It's just like, I've seen so many girls and, everyone actually, it ruins their other career.
Really?
And a lot, yeah. Because the minute their job, like their employers find out, they're like ex-nayed. And it's okay because they are making a lot of money from
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. But I've seen a lot.
Yeah, but isn't that really what it's all about? The money?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But
I'm just having you weigh your options
They
here.
lose jobs that they're actually passionate about, which is like kind of a shame.
I'm passionate about taking pictures
And if that's your job, then
of my feet.
then that's your job. That's great. Travel the world, take some in pretty places.
Yeah, I
It's
just like,
great.
and again, like I really like, I'm kind of going against myself. It's not all about the money, right? Like I've always said to like my parents growing up, when they were like, just find a job that's going to pay you more than what you're working. I go, I don't want to do that. I want a job that's going to make me happy. I don't give a fuck about money.
Correct.
I'll be broke the rest of my life, but I just want a job that's going to make me happy. And so that's a good point. Like, it's not all about how much money can I make from selling pictures of my nasty ass feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, does it make me happy taking pictures
Right.
of my
Do
nasty
you
ass
want
feet?
so like but like the feet thing is one thing because I've seen a lot where they do enjoy it, like they get to travel because they have the money and then
Yeah.
they'll take the pictures
While
in
traveling.
the sand and in the water and on like a luxury pillow or
Yeah.
whatever, and it just helps. Like, it not only do they get to have a fun experience, but it also boosts their content.
Yep.
So like I do respect that, but I don't know. It's such a weird thing too.
Yeah.
Because also
Well, then you also have to deal with like the general public of creeps that are looking at these feet pics and then only begging for more than just your foot.
right when they're
Yeah.
asking you to do certain
You can only get off to a
things.
foot for so long, really.
It's yeah, and like also, how do people have the spare money to be?
People that are into things on the internet have money to just throw away.
That blows my
It
mind.
is wild.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better about whenever I spend like silly money, if I'm like going on a shopping spree
Yeah.
or buying something silly at like the parks or whatever, and then I sit back, I'm like, at least I'm not buying this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. You know?
I used to work with somebody down here.
Oh. If they were gonna say you used to pay for feet pics,
No,
I
no,
was like,
no.
okay,
Oh
sure.
God, no. Oh, I hate feet. I used to work with somebody down here that after they left the job,
Mm-hmm.
and like moved, I think, back home, they started an OnlyFans, and it was like they like advertised it big on their Instagram, and
Dang.
they were like doing it. I think they also started doing. I don't know what the word is for a stripper anymore, but I'm gonna say she was a stripper. But I think
Exotic dancer.
So she was a dancer.
Sure.
And in addition to doing that, she was also doing an OnlyFans. And so she was making a lot of money from both things because dancers make a lot of money.
Yes, they do.
And I think she started. Ooh. Excuse me.
What was that?
I had to sneeze.
Ah!
But she, and again, because she was very open about it. Like, she was one of those people that like she would post like Q&As on her Instagram story.
Yeah.
And it started as like her open relationship with her boyfriend. And then it was like questions about her dancing, and then questions about her OnlyFans. And she would just answer any and all questions.
Wow.
And she was making like, I don't know if she ever said a price, but she said she was making enough for that if she quit dancing, she would be perfectly fine.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I've been
If
on.
only I was a girl.
I've
Because
been
nobody's
on-
looking for this on OnlyFans.
I mean, Chippendales are very popular.
I suppose.
Magic Mike brought back their like revival.
I suppose.
You don't see yourself as a Chippendale? I know a few girls have been like strippers too.
Yeah.
And I've seen it all over my TikTok and stuff, and they'll do the counting money. I'm like, man, just like one night to just have a wad of cash.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't imagine. Man, I don't know. That's a crazy.
It is.
I respect the hustle, though.
Yeah.
I respect the hustle. Have you been to a strip club before?
No. I don't know that I would ever go either.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, again, the nerves, like the anxiety is just like a thing. But it's not even, and the anxiety is actually not the biggest issue. The biggest issue for me, if I were to go to a strip club, would be the creeps that are there.
Yeah, there are weird people there for sure.
Old guys and just weirdos.
Yeah.
Old guys and creeps.
Yeah.
Like, if I see a 90-year-old dude sticking 100 in a dancer's fucking ass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm turning around, walking out the
Walking
door.
away. You're like, bye.
It just couldn't.
Yeah, it's such a weird.
I was at a college party one time, and at the college I went to, Oswego, there was this girl who was like the 4 years that I wasn't there for 4 years, the 2.5 years that I was there, but she started the same year I did. She was known as the Oswego stripper, and she would go to these like frat parties, house parties, whatever, and she would at some point in the night get so drunk and just start stripping at, like in front of at the DJ booth stand, whatever.
God.
She would just start stripping.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then there was a rumor going around about her, and honestly, this could be true for all I know, but there was a rumor that started my second year there that this girl wasn't actually a student and that she was a townie. And
that would track.
she was significantly older than she appeared.
Oh my God.
Like she wasn't even college age. And this girl was just again, lived in the town of Oswego and was going to these parties and
wild.
would strip.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I've seen a girl strip and in a public setting before.
Sure.
It wasn't pleasant by any means.
It happens.
Yeah, very sweaty.
Wild. That's the one thing you're like, nope, it was so sweaty.
Yeah, it was very,
yeah, frat parties are hot. They're really gross and hot.
Not in a good way.
It's correct. Yeah. The floor is sticky. Your body to body.
It's always sticky.
And the men haven't showered in 3 days because they're preparing for the party.
Yeah.
So it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trying to get a drink at a frat party.
Trying to get a drink?
Trying to get a drink if you're not a woman.
I was like, that's the easiest thing to do.
Never easy as a guy.
To grab a beer or anything like that.
Yeah, you're up there at the bar for 27 years waiting for the guy to stop looking at all the girls.
Did you have a ratio at your school?
A what now?
What? Like a ratio system, to get into parties.
Oh,
one guy
how
to
many,
4 girls.
Yeah, not that I was ever aware of.
So how did you get into parties? What parties were you going to?
Frat parties.
Any frat party? They just let you in?
Well, I mean, for a price, yeah.
Oh, okay. You had to pay a cover.
Yeah, it was a cover.
Oh, okay. That's kind of the equivalent.
I don't know that there was ever one that I went to where there was a ratio with no cover charge.
I've been to ratio parties at other schools. It wasn't in my school. I've been to ratio parties. There was one time where we didn't meet the ratio, and 2 of the girls flashed the kid who was being bouncer and let the other guys in because of that. I was like, wow, I love being a woman.
So easy.
It's awful.
So easy
it was
to get
so
what you
easy,
guys want.
but it really is awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
But
you are fully objectified 99% of the time.
Yeah, and you do have to lean into it sometimes, unfortunately.
Yep. Got to play your cards.
Again, it's all part of the hustle. But yeah, the ratio was a thing, or you just weren't allowed in. Most of the ones at my school, you weren't allowed in. Unless you were a friend, an actual legitimate friend.
We had plenty of those.
Yeah, but otherwise it was very strict. You could not get in if you were a guy.
Yeah,
well,
because
just girls or brothers.
A lot of the, not a lot. There was, I think, 2 of the frats at my college. They were very strict about who they let into the party because of the amount of attention from police that they would get during their parties. There was one party I remember my friends and I, cops showed up and we fucking booked it fast.
Man.
Yeah, they would, everybody in the house just yelled, "Cops are here, get the fuck out."
Yeah. God, that's sending me back.
Yeah.
I'm remembering all those moments too. Ugh. Good times though. That's so fun because you're not gonna do that shit ever again.
No.
And you're never gonna be in a scenario.
I'm never gonna go to a frat party. When I stopped going to frat parties, it was the best.
I was gonna say, I hope you're never going to a frat party again. But
I don't know that you could pay me to go to a frat party again.
See, but I'd go to a frat tailgate.
Sure. Yeah.
Like a football tailgate.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go to a party because I know I'd feel old and uncomfortable. Because I'm like, ooh.
Also, I don't want warm beer.
something about a warm beer in a
No,
frat basement.
no. I will say though, what I miss the most about frat parties is when my group and I would run the pong table, and you're just there for
you're a big
the
pong
entire
guy?
night. I love
Listen,
pong.
I would rock shit in the pong table.
My friend
And
Haley and I, we ran that shit.
Really?
Oh.
We're gonna play pong.
Yeah,
sometime, 'cause
yeah.
I'm a tank at pong. Like being so badass, and it would make people so mad because like again, men are stupid.
Yep.
And unsuspecting.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh my god, you guys are playing pong.
Oh my
Can
God.
we play? And I'd rock their shit. I'd
Yeah.
always bring one of my guy friends too. We would always be like a team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love pong. It's so much
It's the one
fun.
thing I miss about frat parties because they don't set up pong at a bar.
I miss just playing pong in general.
Yeah.
Like I used to play it in my college apartment all the time.
Yeah.
Like we would keep our cups up like a few days and then like, clean them out or redo them and just like casually just like sit and play.
Yeah.
Sit and play every now and then. I do miss that. Damn.
Yeah.
I should play pong sometime.
We'll play game of pong right now.
We'll play. Could you imagine the next one? We'll do one
Next
on the
episode.
It just starts off. Yeah, I probably would be ass now because it's been probably a year since I played.
You don't lose the finesse.
You don't lose the touch.
No, you
just need one
you get that
warm up.
ping pong ball in your hand, cups full of water back there. You're just like,
Yeah, you still got it.
yeah, a couple throws, and you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, should we get to trivia?
Yeah, let's run some trivia. Oh my god, I gotta get my brain not
Get
in,
it sharp.
not in college mode like we've been talking.
I know, yeah. All right,
Like I'm
get
gonna do
your
trivia.
phone ready.
I
Or
am ready.
wherever
I
you're
have
keeping your
my-
notes. We got to buy whiteboards.
I know. I'll do that today.
And then pick a number.
I'm gonna go with lucky 13.
13. All right, here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12,
Trying to make
13.
it easier for you to scroll.
In which city did tennis player Rafael Nadal win his first ATP title? Now, this guy, I believe, is in the Olympics this year.
He is. They actually
Yeah.
played Djokovic this morning.
So in
Wait,
which city
ATP?
win
Wait,
his first ever ATP title? I have no idea what ATP is. Something tennis something. City. We just need a city.
I know. I'm
Where
trying
is
to-
Nadal from?
He's from a very small country in Europe.
Okay, so he's European.
Yeah, but I don't. What is the question?
In which city? Yeah, sorry. In which city did tennis player Rafael Nadal win his first ever ATP title? City.
I'm gonna
city.
put which open it was because I don't know where the city is.
Okay. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
What did you say?
I said the French Open.
I said Copenhagen, which I
Oh.
think is a city.
Okay.
Just because I couldn't think of any other European cities.
So valid. I don't. Okay, don't work. That's fine.
We're totally frozen. Oh no.
We'll never know the answer. No. That's so tragic. Your
Hold
iPad
on.
sucks ass.
Shut up. No, it doesn't.
Do you want me to Google the answer while you fix this?
Yeah, look it up. It's just I've got nothing here. That is depressing on all fronts.
He won his first ATP singles title at the Procom Open,
Where?
which is. Oh, please hold.
Holding. This website has gone completely dead on me.
Oh my God, where is it?
Still waiting.
I'm working on it. Wait, that's the second. French Open was the second, so it was kind of close.
Okay, but where is the?
Cincinnati?
You're shitting me.
No, I don't think so. On this day, Rafael wins his first ATP title in 2004.
Yeah, where?
It's not saying. Oh wait, we might have to just move on. Is this completely gonzo?
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, the actual trivia was gone too.
The question is gone.
Damn. All right.
What was the name of the Open?
The Procom.
Procom.
Prokom.
Procom Open. Takes place in, later known as the Warsaw Open. It took place on outdoor clay courts in the seaside resort of Sopot, Poland. Where does the French Open take place?
I don't know exactly.
Let's just pick a new one. God damn
Yeah,
it.
that
We are
was
so
so bad.
fucking stupid that it hurts.
Moving on. I'm going to erase that answer.
Copenhagen.
Oh, what is
3, 6,
Cincinnati?
3, 6, 9, 12, 13. What animal did humans first domesticate? Don't overthink it. We both put the same answer, didn't we?
I don't think I know what it is.
I'm locked in. I hope I'm right, but I fear that I'm wrong now. Now I'm overthinking it.
I think I'm overthinking it. My answer is cow. Like a cattle, form of cattle.
Mine's dog.
Oh, shit.
I think it might be horse, though.
Oh, no.
Dog!
Damn it.
Let's go!
Stupid. Really?
Dog.
Oh, I was thinking.
Fossil evidence suggests that dogs may have been human companions between 13,000 and 30,000 years ago, far earlier than any other known animal.
I didn't even know that there was, like, dogs that long.
Wolves.
Yeah, but I would have thought people would have domesticated
Livestock.
like calmer animals first, like a horse or like a cat, like cattle.
You domesticate the thing that can kill you first.
Okay, well, anyhow.
If the T-Rex was still alive, we would
no
be
shot.
domesticating those motherfuckers.
Okay, then we haven't domesticated any big cats.
Well,
Not successfully.
I mean,
On the daily.
kinda.
I don't know. I really thought it was gonna be a cattle.
Yeah, that's a good guess. So that puts you at 2, me at 4.
Damn, I am
3 weeks to go.
struggling.
That's all right. You'll get there.
It's fine.
I
already bought you lunch last week
Yeah, I
too,
know.
for free.
I'm
so-
really good at trivia, so.
Apparently not when it comes to rough around the doll.
You said the French Open.
I was close.
At least I said a city.
I said a tennis competing location.
I mean, if I had said, I would have said Wimbledon.
Yeah,
I don't even know where that is. London?
that's in London. Yeah, that's in
London.
London, the UK.
Anyways, Lauren, where can the people find you?
People can find me on Instagram at lou.mcdonald. That's 2 U's .mcdonald.
2, count them, 2
U's,
U's.
not a W, a 2U.
And your eat of the week?
Oh, my eat of the week. What did I have this week? Oh, I had Panera Bread yesterday. Actually.
You said the full name? Wow, legal name.
Yeah, full legal name,
Panera
Panera Bread. And I had to pick 2. I had a nice little barbecue chicken sandwich with the chicken noodle soup.
Oh, chicken noodle soup.
Because after the storms yesterday,
Oh.
I was like, man, I need soup.
Yeah.
I need soup.
I love a good soup.
I love a good soup. So yeah, that hit.
Damn.
That's my eat of the week.
That sounds really good. I haven't been to Panera in a hot minute.
I haven't either. And
I always
mine-
get the you pick too.
Mine has a drive-through. So
Which one?
I'll tell you after.
You don't want to give away your location?
No, men are creepy. We just went over this. Anywho,
Like, actually, it's across the street from my house at this address.
Actually, it's 1231.
No, the last time I went to Panera, God, it's like over a year.
Damn.
I always get the chicken Caesar salad
Go for dinner tonight.
with they got rid. You know what they got rid of years ago was the Chipotle chicken.
Yeah.
Chipotle chicken panini.
Mm-hmm.
And then they changed it, and then they brought something back, the Chipotle chicken avocado melt.
Not the same.
Not the same. Well, now I get it without avocado. Because I don't like avocado.
Yeah, the avocado ruins it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you can follow me on my photography Instagram at Sharky_photography and my regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky. My eat of the week, I've had a lot of food. Just this weekend, I've had a lot of food. So my eat of the week is, what do I pick? I'm going with the pizza that I had 2 days ago. What's today?
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday.
Up
2 days ago.
Up in Buff?
Up in Buffalo. Buffalo pizza is the best pizza, hands down. Pizza and wings, medium wings, nice thick pizza, fluffy crust. Oh, cheese and
Gross.
pepperoni. You don't like pizza?
Gross. I don't like pizza. We've been over this.
We have?
Yeah.
You don't like any pizza?
No.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
More slices for the people in the group.
Yeah, but everybody likes pizza.
No,
So what do you eat?
not pizza.
Crazy. Anyways, so yeah, it's gotta be the pizza that I had with my family.
That's valid. That's good.
Yeah.
That's more unique too.
Pizza's more unique?
No, like up in Buffalo,
Oh.
specific. Not me getting Panera,
Yeah.
or not me getting like if you said Papa John's, then it would have been a different thing. But the fact
Good old PJs.
yeah, the classic. But
Yeah.
you actually like have a specific one that's different.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
Buffalo pizza. It's the best. Anyways, as for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSGPod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast, and Instagram at The Shuffle_podcast to watch our clips. And then subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Olympics. Let's go United States. I don't know what the medal count is right now. I was hoping to look that up, but I didn't.
Oh, shoot.
I
check
think
in
we're
back
in
next week.
4th. Yeah,
Rough.
we're not doing well.
That's rough. It's only day 3.
It is only day 3.
We got time.
And we have 590 athletes. We got this. We're going to win. USA. USA.
We'll see how it goes.
Also, you have a lot less.
Yeah, because I've been actually drinking.
I was
dog.
considering slamming this at the end, but I don't know that I can finish this whole thing.
Oh, baby.
Oh, fine.
You're
Here we
such
go.
I spilled on myself a little bit.
You're spilling yourself a
A
lot.
lot of it. Yeah. that's
Anyways,
enough. You can't
thank
tell.
you guys so much for watching this, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Lauren, hit it.
Yeah!
Bye, everybody.